welcome back to Shakhtar Glory, episode 94. And you join me pretty much straight on the back of that last episode, the KIOTA semi-final. Hopefully you enjoyed that episode. It was, it was a bit of domestic action for seen probably a bit more of it this season than we have done for a while, probably since the first season, but it's good to go in there and see a little bit and something different every now and then. So as you can see, we have got PSG in the away leg, first leg in Paris at the Parc de. I'm not even going to try and do the French pronunciation. But you can see holders Real Madrid, and the final will actually be at Old Trafford as well. So quite an interesting campaign if we can get to the final again. We have played one game since that last episode, which was Dynamo Kiev in the league. It hasn't sealed the league yet. We got a 3-1 win. It hasn't sealed the title just yet, I don't think. I think it's got Champions League position sealed. I'm not too sure. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games left. Is that so? That's about 18 points. We're about 13 and a game in hand to go, I think. So maybe another win, or it depends if Kiev drop a few points, I think. But it's pretty much ours, theirs for the taking. We did beat them 3-1. Rotated as much as possible. So Lunin still played in goal, trying to chase that clean sheet. Unfortunately, didn't get it. They got one right at the death. They didn't really do anything other than that. I don't recall. Maybe 1 or 2 chances, but they were average chances. We played Kezos at right back, the young Cypriot right back. Firmino was in. We had Matasan. We got Leo in left back. Who played the other centre back spot then? Solis played centre back. Lukinov and Kovalenko middle, and then Campino, Suazo and Solis played, and Oya come off the bench when Suazo got injured. But Campino, I think he got man of the match, possibly Larson. Yeah, Larson did. He got 2 goals. But Campino absolutely ran riot in this game. He's a young 18-year-old Portuguese guy. His training isn't going great, but he's looking like he's got some decent attributes, and I'm not sure why I haven't looked at him sooner. He was beating players left, right and centre. He has got some negatives. What are they? Greatest standing in social group. Doesn't, okay, and Jabelsi due to different levels of professionalism. Okay, that's all workable. I think he's got quite a good, strong personality. So maybe Jabelsi isn't quite there, but Jabelsi's probably first choice right back when he's fit. He is just about back, but probably won't feature today. Maybe the second leg, maybe the league game to get some fitness. I'm not too sure. I do like Lukacevic. He does offer us a lot, and he did in that KIOTA game in the cup. He was just wide open left, right and centre. So we'll jump into the game without this dragging on too long. Who's missing? Keita Balde is eligible. 3 players unregistered, one of which I think is Tyson, our old player. So Unai Emery is still in charge of PSG after all this time. So these are the lineups we're going with. We're going to go with Paulinho, Mohamed and Romero up front. Romero steps in for someone who is injured. It escapes my mind off the top of my head. We've got Petrak and Hurtado in the middle. It's Baggio who's injured, of course. Matvienko and Lukacevic on the wing-back positions. We've got Valadares, Tello and Solis at the back. Kvitsov is missing through injury, unfortunately. Lunin keeps his place in goal, keeping out Ruffo. I do just trust him a bit more. We've got Owie on the bench, Leo, Espesh, Rodrigo literally back from injury. This is his first opportunity to play, but we haven't got any other strikers anyone that can play striker, so he had to come in really. We've got Matasan, same with centre back. We don't have any centre backs. And then we've got Barco and Kovalenko. A lot of midfield options on there. They're going with Mbappe, Dembele and Amrani. He's that young Belgian I think we tried to sign a couple of years ago and he went to PSG instead. He is, and he's doing not too badly, is he? Got Verratti and Pogba in the middle. Danilo Pereira in the middle. Guerrero, Marquinhos, Delight, never know. Semedo and Lafont in goal. They've got Pereira, another Portuguese guy. I presume that's Bruno Fernandes. It's his. They've got Cavani still on the bench. He must be about 33, 34 now. 35. Wow. Can we get him in? Let's drop a scout report on him. Ruben Neves is there, Jorge and is that Balde? Oh, it's Bande, Hassan Bande, Burkinese. Oh, he looks a bit good, doesn't he? Does actually start on the game at Mechelen. Yeah, he's not in the best season, but we've got a note on him, so we must try to sign him at some point, perhaps. But we'll get into the game because I don't want this to. I'm trying to cut these episodes down in length a little bit, and I end up just waffling on. as I'm doing it right now, I'm waffling on about waffling on. Only me. We kick off here, left to right, and an away goal here. A victory would be nice, but an away goal at least would be, I think, a necessary part of outcome. And we do it within 5 minutes, well 6 minutes on the clock, just before, and Paulinho gets in the end of a Romero cross, I think it was, and we're 1-0 up inside 6 minutes, and this is a riveting performance already. Now, a long way to go, and obviously there is the worry that we maybe score too early and sort of invite a lot of pressure onto yourselves. I just noticed Neymar isn't playing or on the bench. He is their key player, so he must be injured. We'll take a look at that at some point, actually. In fact, we'll take a look now. See, Neymar's the key player. 1 to 6 days, so he's got pulled knee ligament. So pulled knee ligament suggests he's been out a while. So, but he will obviously be back for the second leg, I would assume. So that's something to look forward to. And we get a throw in on the right hand side here. We're at 32 minutes in, and we're looking for that. Mohamed's trying to get on the end of that. We are waiting for his token goal. It's been a good few games since he's scored in a row, so hopefully he carries on today and just keeps his streak going. Oh, and there's almost a mistake there, but they do just recover right at the death. And Mbappe, Lunin gets through, and I'm slightly tempted because we've got 3 at the back here, and they've only got 1 up front, plus they've got the attacking midfield in position. To go 2 centre-backs and a defensive midfielder in front of them. Now, there's a possibility to even go. We're not going to play a Regista. I think we'll go half-back. He's not completely familiar with it, but we got the 1 goal, we got the away goal, we got the lead. If we can just add a bit more, obviously the centre backs there is great, but if we can target Mohamed, he should score. If we can actually hound out some of their midfield a bit more, because obviously we got 3 centre backs marking 1 striker. Now they don't have an attacking midfielder centre, so if they did have, they were playing 4-2-3-1, it may be more of a good tactic, but I still don't think it can hurt. It gives us a bit more steel in midfield, which we keep getting told all the time in this formation. We're getting overrun in midfield even when we're winning 4-5-0. It's ridiculous. But and that's a bad mistake. And Mbappe, he's there to capitalise. We didn't capitalise on the mistake they made, but they have on ours. Sadio Mohamed should have been scoring earlier, and I don't know what happens here. Lunin just rolls it out to Tello, who hits it at Valladares, I think that is. And I'm wondering if the change was possibly a bad idea. Just before half time, the worst time to concede as well. But we're very much in this game. If there's goals in the second half, we're going to be in the running for them. As we get into half time, obviously we're not seeing much possession, but we know that. We are going to say, keep it calm. They didn't really go for that, so let's try and win them over. Got there in the end, so we will say, we'll go passionate. You weren't that bad, but I believe you can improve. That seemed to work on everyone apart from Hurtado. But we're going to keep an eye out and see if they do maybe push the midfielder a bit further forward. We may drop our our midfielder back down into centre back, possibly. We have a free kick, and Mohamed taking it for some reason, but it drops through, and it doesn't quite drop for. I don't know who that was. Was it Petrak? It was Paulinho, I think. And despite the positioning of that extra midfielder in there, that has just ran through, and they've just walked through our team. I think we go back. I think we change it back. We have a corner here, and we've hit the bar, and it's cleared away. Now, don't get me wrong, if you'd offered me 2-1 at the start of the game, I'd have taken it. A narrow 1 goal deficit. an away goal. And I take it now, I think, probably. But I certainly would now if this goes away. I think it's going to go. Pogba's through, and it's 3-1. Okay. We're staring down the barrel of a similar situation we did with Man City, a 2-goal deficit. Obviously, we've got an away goal, so not quite as bad, but I mean, we should still be doing better there. And Pogba just walks. No one tackles him. Now, who's having a bad game? Mohamed is having a bad game. It's disappointing because he has been one of our key players sort of in recent times. Now, I'm wondering, is the support to him not very good? So we'll bring a special on. We'll bring... Tardo's not having the best game either. Does that work? Not really. Do that. And Lukacevic is having a bad game. I would rather bring off Matvienko being on that yellow card, but we'll risk it. Matvienko here with the throw-in. We get the loose ball back though, and it's chipped in. It doesn't quite drop, and Mbappe's pace is just causing us all sorts of problems today. We may have to maybe look at dropping the lineup, but I mean, nearly get another one. There's no accounting for that. He's just ran past everyone without him putting a challenge in. And as we roll into full time, it looks like that's how it's going to end. 3-1. Not the best result, but an away goal nonetheless. Still fancy our chances at home. A bit like the Man City game. We bring them back to Ukraine. We always say it. Get them back. Keeping the game in the away leg and just bring them back to the home leg and just know what we can do there. Hopefully have a few players back from injury, a few more options. They'll obviously have Neymar back as well, so not to be sniffed at all and assume it's going to be an easy game. But yeah, they seem to take confidence from that, which is a bit annoying they couldn't do so beforehand. We were 1-0 up as well in that game, which makes it even more disappointing. We made a change and it possibly backfired, I think. Something to learn from. But where are we? We're going to come back next time. I was going to record this tonight, but I'm looking at the time and I'm about half hour behind where I thought I was going to be at this stage of the night. I don't know what's going on. Computer's just been running so slow between the games. Getting there and getting things set up and doing the post-com took me longer than I thought it was going to take as well. I've done that. I've done the post-com, I've done the Carpati game, and I've done the PSG game all tonight. So yeah, a little bit behind. I was hoping to do the Carpati game now offline and play PSG, but I'm not going to be able to do either of those now. I'm going to have to just go to bed because I'm absolutely shattered. I've been at hospital most of the afternoon and all in the evening, so absolutely shattered. So we'll join you back for next time, which will be the PSG game at home. We're not going to bother with Carpati home game, see if we can do it. If you've enjoyed today's episode, smash that like button. Drop a sub on my channel while you're there, that'd be much appreciated. And yeah, any comments, anything like that, let me know. Until next time, I'll see you later. Take care.